Good evening, y'all, and welcome back to Apron Strings. I hadn't fixed any food for us today, so I'm going to make something that all my life Mama would fix, and I loved it. She just called it goulash, and that's what we're going to have here in a little bit. Now, the first thing I'm going to do, I've put some olive oil in my pan, my skin pan, skillet, and I'm going to chop up some onion and saute it down, and then I'm going to add some garlic and bell pepper. And then I'll add my ground beef and let it cook. But I'll bring y'all along while I chop and stir and cook, and then I'll let you see the finished product. Okay, let me get the camera changed around where you can watch me what I'm doing, and we'll get this show on the road. Earlier I made some fresh pico de gallo. I guess that's how you say it. My grandson has made fun of me all evening about it, because it's easier to pronounce it like we pronounce it, de gala. And I'm going to put that on my rice. Put my skillet heating on low. Get the right knife here. And I'm going to chop my onion up. I already stole some of it and put it in my pico. And so I'll just use the rest of it in my unstuffed peppers. Let me get a cutting mat. That makes it easier to move it over to the skillet. I got it where I can round it up. I'm just going to do a rough chop. And I usually use yellow onions, but when I make pico, I use a variety. I used red or purple, whatever color you want to call it, and white in that, and some cilantro. Seeded jalapenos, fresh tomatoes, garlic, onion powder, of course, and lime juice. And I'm just going to go through here and chop it another little again. Oh my goodness, come back here. Like a young'un when you're trying to give them a spanking, they run off. Well, mine didn't do that much because when they got caught it wasn't worth it. You know what? I raised pretty good kids. I do say so myself. Okay, that onion is done. I'm putting a little bit of purple onion in there too. They make it pretty. Not a bunch, but a little. I know y'all know how to chop an onion. And I will edit some of this out where you won't have to watch all of it. But if y'all gonna be in the kitchen with me, then you might as well watch what I'm doing. That one's hotter than the white one. It's going to make me cry. Okay, I'll go ahead and put this piece of purple back up, save it. I'm just going to cry over it. My eyes is just crying. My little buddy said his eyes was sweating. Got a bunch of compost stuff here, but guess what? It's not going to get carried out there. It's going to get put in the trash right now because I don't have time. I've got my rice cooked. To make this, you go ahead and cook you some rice, and I cooked 2 cups of raw rice, and I've got about 1.5 pounds of beef that I'm going to brown, and that will make a good mixture. And I season my rice with salt and pepper. Guess what? Onion and garlic powder. Sometimes I cook it in chicken broth. Today I didn't. I just cooked it, and I didn't even put onion soup mix in it like I usually do. I'm about through. Just about through. Grandkids came and helped me move stuff out to my storage building, so I've never been this late decorating and doing all my stuff, but I'm going to try to get all my Christmas stuff done. I mostly decorate out in the sunroom, try to get all that done, so it'll be pretty for them when they come for Christmas. Alright, I'm just going to let this cook down until they're soft and clear. Then I'll add my bell peppers and I'll put some garlic in there, and then we'll do the meat, but I'll bring y'all along when I do something different. Okay, I've just got the onions just simmering along. I don't want them to caramelize, but I do want them to be tender. So when they get tender, I'm going to add the bell peppers in and let them cook down some before I add the meat. Okay, my onions are kind of wilted down, and so I'm going to add my bell peppers. And then when they get wilted down, I'll put my garlic in and then add my meat in. But I don't want my garlic in there yet. I don't want my garlic to get bitter. So I'll let my bell peppers wilt down some now. And when it gets done, we'll be back and do the next step. Okay, I've made me a hole in the middle to put my meat, and it is still frozen, mostly. So I'm going to have to cook it till it thaws, then brown it good. But that's how I do it. I'm just going to cook that meat and keep stirring it and scraping it off the part that is cooked until it's all done, and I'll keep stirring these around the edges and let them cook. And we'll be back in a minute when the meat's thawed. I've got it on low, and that way my meat will thaw and I can keep taking the lid off and stirring it, but it'll thaw a lot quicker. Okay, my meat has all thawed, and I've got it, I've stirred it around and cooked it. I'm going to let it brown a little bit if it will. And then I will stir my rice in it. I cooked 2 cups of rice in my rice cooker, and I just put butter, salt, pepper, onion and garlic powder in there. So then when I get it all mixed up in here, I'll taste it and see what else I need. We'll be back shortly, folks. Okay, I've just cooked my rice in this little rice cooker, and this is a 1 cup measure. So I'm going to put 2 cups, heaping cups of cooked rice, and stir it and see if I need any more. And this tastes just like a stuffed bell pepper, only you can put it with pinto beans or whatever you want to serve it with. And you don't have just the 1 pepper there. I actually think it goes further like this. I think 2 cups is going to do it. So that was a little over a pound of hamburger meat. And it would equal 1 large onion. I put part purple and part white, and 1 large bell pepper. And then I probably put 3 tablespoons of onion powder and probably a tablespoon of garlic powder, and I had 4 small cloves of garlic in it. So I don't have a recipe card, so y'all are going to have to just know what I'm telling you I did. I'd say 1.5 pounds of burger, a large onion, and you can do yellow, purple, and white, or whatever you choose. 1 large bell pepper, and I've got 2 cups of cooked white rice, 3 tablespoons of onion powder, a tablespoon of garlic powder, probably a good teaspoon or more of salt, you can do that to taste, and black pepper to taste. And I think that it's just going to be just about right. Let me taste and see. Perfect. So I'm just going to put the lid on the pot and let it sit here a few minutes till Troy comes in, and when I put some on the plate, I'll get a picture and show y'all what I've done on plating it up. So y'all, now you have another just good quick meal to fix. If you're a working lady or man, you can thaw your hamburger in the morning, and then when you get in the evening, just saute your onion and bell pepper, toss your hamburger in. You'll have a meal in like 30-45 minutes that's really good. Put you some pinto beans in your crock pot. Oh my goodness, this is good with cabbage. It has a lot of things that it goes well with. But I hope you'll try it and hope you enjoy it, and come back in a day or two right here by this butcher block and we'll cook something else good. The good Lord bless y'all. Okay, here it is plated up, and I just put a couple of spoons of the pico on top of it. And I'm going to go sit down at the table and have me a helping of unstuffed bell pepper.